When out on the water as captains, we always have the best of intentions, but sometimes things just don't go our way. Welcome back, guys, to this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. Our first subject we're going to talk about this week is when things happen out on the water that don't go as expected. Sometimes you're just out there relaxing, enjoying yourself, and things will just kind of fall apart on you. And then of course there are those times when you think it's just going to be a nice relaxing day out on the water. You're not going to do anything but get in the bow of this boat, take a little nap, relax and get a little sun, and well, maybe the captain's got some other plans for your day. And then of course there are those times when you're just trying to do things too quickly, and you think you're going to make a narrow window, and all of a sudden you wind up missing that window. And always, of course, this one always comes with that unexpected repair bill you're going to have to pay for in the end as well. Or how about that day you went out there on the lake and you unexpectedly had to bring the boat in early due to weather? This one can always lead to fun at the ramp as everybody starts scrambling to try and get their boats out of the water, especially when you find out a few people have had a little bit too much fun out at Beer Can Island before scrambling back to the ramp. And then of course there's always those hidden treasures such as unexpected stumps in the water that are always there to brighten our day as boaters. One thing we do learn as boaters is we always need to expect the unexpected, as you never know when the madness is going to happen. Something as simple as, hey, let's go out and have a nice little dinner cruise can turn into a wild mess really fast.
Are you okay? Okay, it's fine. Hold on. Okay, no. Okay. Okay, never mind.
This crew thought they were going out for a nice dinner cruise, now they're trying to find a way to recover their trailer and their vessel. Or how about when the boat's moving just a little faster than you think? You think you've got time to get things done, and all of a sudden when you get back to the vessel, well, it's not quite where you left it. I mean, even simple tasks such as getting onto a stationary vessel in the water can have unexpected results and sometimes wind up in scary situations. Speaking of scary situations, our next subject we're going to talk about is going to be just that. This subject we're calling pucker factor. The pucker factor is when you're out on the water and something pretty scary happens and it causes that reaction. Kind of like right here, where this crew is out there racing, enjoying themselves, yet somehow the boat gets out of control and it dumps everybody into the water. One of our lucky crewmates is wound up in the boat, but where the pucker factor comes in here, look at the 100 vessels racing behind these guys after these 4 guys are in the water. This is a wild situation, definitely one of those ones that would absolutely cause a pucker factor if you're one of those 4 guys in the water. While this situation's scary enough, the only way to really up the ante on this is make it bigger boats instead of the smaller ones coming at you. I love how these situations always seem to unfold in slow motion. The bigger the ship, the slower everything happens. But right here they've hit the dock and it looks like we're about to see this Leaning Tower of Pisa come on down. While I do have to imagine the pucker factor is high for those on land and those on the vessel in this situation, but why don't we go ahead and up the ante on this one as well, and we'll go ahead and throw a fire and some explosions in as well. One of my favorite parts of this clip is as soon as this fire breaks out, all of a sudden somehow this ship's reverse has found a way to work and it's back out the door. Low bridges and tight spaces will always have a pucker factor on the water. And this one's always a fun one as well, when there's just nowhere to really dock your vessel and you've got to come up with inventive ways to get yourself to and from the boat, and things just never seem to go right on that one as well. Or how about this situation right here? This one's pretty interesting to watch. Now this is one of those situations that's a little unique because you've put yourself intentionally in the pucker factor zone here. To give you a little bit of context of what we're about to see though, take a look at this iceberg to the left. I'll bet this thing's every bit of 10 to 15 foot, and we're going to watch this thing actually disappear behind waves that are caused from that ice breaking free.
Holy for holies.
thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening in your waterways, be sure to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, and you might see your stories over here, just like Keith Michaels and Wayne Snow did this week. And if you haven't already, guys, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.